Warning, this video will contain major spoilers for all of Little Nightmares. Please just go play the games first. Hey, it's me, and today I'm gonna be seeing if it's possible to beat Little Nightmares 2 without Six. Now you play as Six in the first game, but I want to see if she's really necessary to also beat the second game. Without further ado, let me jump in. Okay, so let's quickly lay some ground rules. First of all, cutscenes do not count as they're cutscenes, and that would immediately prove this challenge false. I'm also not going to be including anything from the tutorial. Everything up until the hunter's cabin is an absolute breeze. When we do enter the cabin, however, we free Six from her prison, and we're not really using her here, so nothing here is counted. Now this next part is where things get a bit tricky. You see, this part is quite literally impossible. I did a lot here to try and get up there without Six's help. But this does introduce a new mechanic. So this is technically part of the tutorial, so I'm not counting this part. Now this part had me quite worried because no matter what I tried, I just couldn't really get to the other side. Now I tried many things, as I'm gonna show. I really did. It was crazy. I did a lot. I went everywhere. I jumped on things. I tried climbing and vaulting things that you otherwise couldn't. I was checking for any weird collisions, but turns out I was overthinking it. Just look. Now, Six did slightly push the box, so I restarted from checkpoint just to check, and turns out just a very well-timed jump is all you need. Now, from here on out, most of the things you're gonna see, I did not come up with. For instance, this right here, what you just saw was a super jump. And, yeah, I basically just skipped that entire part where I have to go use Six to get up and get the crank. And yeah, that's it. So normally you would use Six to help you push this box, but that goes entirely against the whole purpose of what I'm doing. So instead we want to go back and pick up this shoe, and from there we can put it on the floor and slide into it, and it'll move the box a bit. Unfortunately, our luck has run out since you need Six to open this. So sadly, it is not possible to beat Little Nightmares 2 without Six. But don't leave. Let's see how many times it's required of us to actually use her. So our luck doesn't get much better, as shortly after the first encounter with the hunter, this jump is not possible without Six. I tried to jump across from many different angles and many different areas, and it just doesn't work. So sadly, that's another. Already. Editor's note, this is part of the tutorial, so I'm not counting it. And mind you, this game will have no mercy for the rest of the wilderness, as the next hunter chase scene requires Six almost immediately after it's begun. And you might think that this log is also impossible, as you need to push it to get past, but you'd be quite surprised, and I was also quite surprised, mind you, that you do not need the log at all. You could just go across, and with some luck, you can make it. Now, I debated whether this counted as a cutscene or needing Six. I said it counted as a cutscene, because, you see, as soon as I interact with it, I'm not in control. Technically, you do use Six, but it's in a cutscene, so I'm not counting it. Hey, you can actually skip this entire part of the game if you just use Hunter's Skip, which is a speedrunning skip. Sadly, you do need to use 6 to push this door so you can make it to Chapter 2. So we have a grand total of only 2 uses. Entering Chapter 2, it would seem that we almost immediately need 6. However, you'd be quite surprised that if you just jump at the perfect angle, you could just completely skip this. I searched around for a bit to get some kind of object to push, but there was nothing. We do sadly need 6 to make this jump, because, trust me, I've tried, it's impossible to clear. Sadly, we need 6 again not long after to push this thing. I was able to jump onto the little railing, which had me excited. I thought that I could, like, grab the ledge of the side, but I can't, so we need her again. And yes, I tried to jump off the little ledge to the side of the trash can. That also does not work. Once again, I seem to be bested by game design, as I need 6 to jump on this little, I don't know, broken part of the floor at the same time as me. So this one is again hopeless. Also, literally right after that section we just did, which had to use 6, we have to use her again to open this vent. Man, you can't go anywhere without another person in this world. And right after going through the most rigged and, like, most unsafe school in this world, 6 is gone. And because she gets kidnapped here and dragged away, the rest of Chapter 2 is really just how I would normally play it. I commit first-degree murder and check out the teacher's amazing giraffe impression. I commit a few more war crimes along the way, including a metal pipe murder. A few more stealth sections, puzzles, and combat sections, and there's 6 again. So, naturally, we have to save her to progress the plot. And yippee, her being back is just what we need to progress, but also completely ruins what we're supposed to do. So that's another use. And after destroying a perfectly good grand piano, the game really wants to drive home that we need 6. So naturally, we have to stomp the already broken grand piano through the floor. This one's just mean. Oh yeah, and they're not done either, because we need 6 to boost us up through that weird little hatch on the wall. Now, I tried climbing on some of these things, and to my surprise, I was able to, but I can't pull myself up or actually go across, so yet again, another failure. And oh my god, this just doesn't seem to end. She stomps on the broken piano to lure the bully away, so then we can destroy the bully with a metal pipe again. Wow, that was very annoying, but it's not done, because we need her to help us open this thing so we can get back through. That's another use. Just great. And very shortly after that, the game pulls another one on us, where we need 6 to boost us up. Again, I tried many things to get across, and it just does not work. And almost directly after, we need her to open this vent. So then, finally, we can make it to the end chase. And here we need to open this thing and push this thing. And in this chase, we need her one time to help us get away from this crazy teacher. We're not done with Chapter 2, as yet again I've been bested and beaten thoroughly by a trash can. While 6 was picking up her new raincoat, which makes us very iconic again, I was trying to find ways to open this door. But sadly, I need to be boosted. I tried. I did not try hard enough, as this jump is actually possible. So sadly, this jump is not possible without 6, as we need her to boost us up. It doesn't get better, as we need her again to open the vent just on the other side. Thankfully, this part can be done, the vent on that side, so no 6 needed here. And now, we enter Chapter 3. Fun fact, I actually had to completely re-record from this part up until the very end of the game because my recording for some reason stopped. So you're gonna see me try a bunch of jumps a lot less. So here, we need 6 to push this door. That counts as a use. However, her pulling me back up is a cutscene, so that part does not count. This is only one use. Another use is that we need 6 to open up this grate, so that way we can go in and avoid an elevator fall. Our next use for 6 comes at this door. We need her to boost us up, and I was able to get into a few spots, but nowhere where I could actually jump up without her. Next up, we have basically the same thing, but it's for a different thing. It's like a prison gate. Our next use is we need her to open this door for us, so we give her the fuse, and there's our use. This part I'm not going to count as a use because I could have gone and gotten that other fuse myself. So, yeah. One more metal pipe massacre later. And 6 needs our help to open this door. And, well, we need each other, so I'm counting this. Dude looks like he looks like the average Taco Bell customer. Looks like he's a regular there. Jesus Christ, and he sounds like he's one too. Okay, well, thanks past me for insulting the doctor. Very cool. Damn, those doors sure are loud. I hope that doesn't happen again. Sadly, we need 6 twice. Once to go into this room, and once to go out of this room. Sadly, we need her again to be boosted up into this room where we kill someone. Remember when I said that door was out? Well, check this out. Now we have a chase scene to the death. So here we get the doctor stuck in this furnace, and 6 lets us out so we can burn him. I will not be counting her closing the furnace as a use, because I could have done that. But sadly, we do need her to pull this lever, so there is your use. Starting not so strong in a chapter 4, we need her to open this window, and right after to open this door, and again to call the elevator. I must have tried this for an hour, but you can make this jump, and there's another skip here, but I think it got patched in the version I'm in, so sadly we do need 6 one time. And just for the fun of it, we need her again immediately after. Yeah, so not many great skips that I've been able to come up with so far within chapter 3 and 4. And come on, I need to do this again, so push down a door. Lovely. Now there's a skip here where you can just completely not save 6, but I wasn't able to get it ever. But I swear, it is possible. Look it up. After summoning my future self, 6 gets taken and is gone. Now this means that all of chapter 4 is perfectly fine. Now, going into chapter 5, we only see 6 near the end. Now, the only other part where 6 is really, like, normal is the very ending. And this last part is a cutscene, and, well, she doesn't really help us here, so this is not a use. And after seeing arguably the greatest ending in video game history, I can safely conclude that, well, no, it's not possible to beat Little Nightmares 2 without 6. It does take a grand total of only 35 requirements.